morning, everyone. I'm Jamie with Between the Covers. Nice to see you guys all here today. I've been sick the past couple of weeks and haven't been doing a whole lot of anything in those 2 weeks. I read a lot, and I slept a lot, and I went to the doctor a lot. But I wanted to do a video on the books I read, because I read some fantastic books. I read some very entertaining but mediocre books, and so I was just going to give you guys a quick rundown of everything I read. One of my favorites was Volume 6 of the Saga series. If you guys haven't read this graphic novel, it's fantastic. It's a sci-fi series. It's about these two cultures that are at war, and two of them fall in love together, and they have this baby who's an abomination, just this cross-species child, and it's fantastic. It's funny. It's hilarious. I highly recommend it. Start from the beginning. So good. I read Bear It All by Laurie Foster. This book was very entertaining. It's a romance novel. It has the great happy ending. Actually, cheesiest couple of last lines I've ever read. Ever. I'll read them to you guys. It's about Bear It All Bourdin, who is a detective who falls in love with his next door neighbor, who is the only person that could bring down this human trafficking scheme going on. It's fantastic. The last couple of lines, cleverly working in the title, in true romance fashion. Perfect, he thought as he followed her towards the bedroom. His old nickname had struck true. He bared it all, even his heart. And now he had Alice. He had everything. So fantastically cheesy. Best ending romance lines I have ever found. I read The Eggy Spoon by Gregory Maguire, which is a YA novel of his. It's fantastic. It's a retelling of the Baba Yaga story in Russian culture. Very, very good. Two strong female protagonists. Great YA novel. Fantastic. Talking houses with chicken legs and animals that morph and change form and pull tricks, and very, very good. Highly recommend it. Then I read Mark Kurlansky's newest book, Paper, Paging Through History. This book was fantastically interesting. It's a short history of paper, from kind of papyrus and vellum and those first kind of paper formats and their evolution up through time to wood pulp. For most of history, paper was actually made with rags, and it was very fought against. Anything worth writing for the longest time was written on parchment. It's so fascinating to look at how, as the culture changed and as cultures needed paper, they developed it. Also had very interesting commentary on paper making in pre-Columbus America, which there was, but we're not entirely sure how much there was because of the Spanish conquest and genocides. They destroyed the cultures so thoroughly that we only know there was paper making because of 3 codices that have been found in European libraries in the past 20 years. So, fascinating read. Highly recommend him, anything he's written. Great read. I also read The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, which is a great new Marvel superhero book about Squirrel Girl, who is this girl who has the power of squirrels and talks to squirrels and is so fantastically charming. Highly recommend it. Really fun, really great if you like comics and the superhero kind of genre. Check it out. Then another romance, which was really great. So it's about a Viking that's transported through time to the side of a modern-day widow whose husband was Seal, who died in Baghdad. And he has to deal with the culture shock that goes along with that, and this very non-in-her-place woman, according to him at first. Really good. He's super chauvinistic, and she kind of gets him out of that a little bit, and really fun, really entertaining. Highly recommend it. Viking Unchained by Sandra Hill. And then the last one I read, which I highly recommend, this book was awesome, is Wild Ones by Mooallem. This book is fantastic. It's kind of a look at how, throughout time, the way Americans have viewed wildlife has changed from when we first came here and it was, oh, they're demons, they need to be killed, they're for our use only, to the modern day kind of thoughts of conservation, especially surrounding animals that we're attempting to keep alive even though their ecosystem is gone. And through all of this, he does it where he looks primarily at polar bears, butterflies, and then cranes, whooping cranes. And he takes his daughter with him and kind of has this great experience with her and looks at how she experiences animals, especially since she's a child, and everything that she experiences, like all her clothes has animals on it, all TV shows have humanized talking animals, and all of her books, and how she views these creatures. And it delves really in depth to how we decide which animals we try and save and which ones we don't. Like, why do we pick the polar bear versus the octopus or the beetle, and those kind of humanistic tendencies. Very, very great, very, very fantastic. Highly recommend it. So thanks for watching this week, guys. I'll have another video for you hopefully soon, now that I'm recovered and can kind of think a little more clearly. So leave any comments, questions, anything like that in the notes below, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.